operationally, there were a lot of things where you got to ask yourself, that's remarkable. So FTX and police were claiming expenses through online chat, and random managers used emoji to approve them.
Yeah.
So, so we are talking about here a financial institution where you deposit your money, where you think the ads were saying it. It's safe to do it.
It's
What
crazy, man.
this shows me is there is no structure,
Yeah. No
not
corporate
even
structure.
no co- n- no sign of a structure. Doesn't have to be the ideal situation would be a corporate structure, but
Yeah.
there is no structure in approvals. If you send me a chat, I mean, this is madness.
Yeah, but if you're dealing with money of people,
Of
uh,
course.
I should rephrase it. If you are, if you have if a company is big, it's not it's not a suggestion to have a corporate structure. By law, you are obliged to have a corporate structure. The law doesn't say perhaps specifically what type of corporate structure you need to have, but it does tell you what the obligations are of the executives, so the directors, of the chairman, of the board of commissioners, so the supervisory board, of shareholders. So it's these are rules that are internationally applicable. Of course, these rules differ from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, but you find it in all the in at least the Western countries, because the goal is to have good corporate governance,
Mm-hmm.
and
That is true.
the goal of good corporate governance is to make sure that the interests of all stakeholders are being safeguarded, not only of the director, not only of the shareholders, not only of the supervisory board, not only of the clients, not only of the investors, but of all shareholders. That's why you need to have company policy. You need to have corporate structures, a corporate structure in place. You need to have checks and balances. You need to have company policies. You need to have a business
Records.
plan, because your company needs to have, there needs to be a direction. You need to have all sorts of policies in place to make sure that the body, the company, is safeguarding the interests of all stakeholders. So this is not only, it's crazy the way it happened, so the approvals taking place with 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 emojis, but it's very reckless, extremely reckless.
And they were reckless because, as you can see here, I've zoomed in a little bit. They also failed to keep records of their communication when they made decisions, among a litany of other mismanagement allegations. One of the most pervasive failures of FTX.com business in particular is the absence of lasting records of decision making. So they were not keeping minutes when they are making decisions.
Mhm. You know,
Bankman-Fried, what is it?
I do want to add though, that, so this is terrible. I mean, it taking place like this. However, you would be shocked to see how many companies, big companies, do not have or are not complying with corporate government rules. So there are a lot of companies, a lot of organizations that aren't complying, and these are organizations that are continuously being controlled and supervised. What do you think
Audit.
happens with an organization that does not fall under the supervision of,
Anyone,
supervise, yeah,
of anyone. That's why
of
they moved to
anyone.
Bahamas.
Yeah.
So another thing that's also remarkable, as you can see, the last sentence in the first paragraph, Mr. Bankman-Fried often communicated by using applications that were set to auto-delete after a short period of time.
Yeah. There goes good faith.
He also encouraged employees to use the same chat software.
To use the
Same chat software to remove
to
after
remove, yeah.
auto
So
delete after.
so amongst each other, the employees amongst each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
Okay.
They never had board meetings, and the exchange used employees' personal names to purchase real estate in Bahamas with corporate funds.
Okay.
It's like Black
There's a
Lives Matter
Black Lives
2.0.
Matter.
White Lives Matters.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, we might need to
Anyway,
do a show on the Black Lives Matter, another show on the Black Lives Matter soon,
yeah,
because
yeah.
word on the street is that prosecution has started. But
Okay.
we'll leave that for another show.
That's for another show. So there's a lot of things that's happening. What they also didn't do, they didn't keep records of who they hired.
No employee records. Wow. That's convenient.
As it says here, repeated attempts to locate certain presumed employees to confirm their status have been unsuccessful to date,
Wow.
implying that some of these workers may have never existed.
In the first place.
This is a quagmire that is beyond.
Yeah. Shenanigans.
Oh my God. There was a lot of erratic. They were moving very wild. As the new CEO said, the co-founder continues to make erratic and misleading public statements. He highlighted that alleged Bankman-Fried sent a DM to reporter Kelsey Piper saying "fuck regulators" and that they make everything worse.
Okay.
Last but not least, his training firm Alameda's research and around 130 affiliate companies have started bankruptcy proceedings. It was just a domino effect. This
Yeah, it couldn't be avoided.
tipping point. So, just to give you kind of an insight into who else are involved with this, another part of the Poly group is his ex-girlfriend Caroline Ellison, who's 28. This is Caroline. She was, as a 28-year-old, the CEO of Alameda Records. Records. Oh my God. Research. Why I said
What-
records, I don't know.
Was she C-level?
She was the CEO.
The CEO. Okay.
Yeah, not only C-level. Don't get it twisted. They were reaching the quotum though. So
Yeah.
what happened was she became the CEO of the company not long after she joined the company. At that time, she was basically his girlfriend, which is a lot of. I'm gonna say nepo baby, but She's not a baby anymore. She's a nepo girl, nepo employee.
I don't know what it is. Can you explain it to me?
Nepotism.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Okay.
So she didn't had a lot of experience in the trading field. So she was basically appointed as CEO, while not even having a lot of experience being a trader.
But what was she? How did she get that position though? She's the so she's the girlfriend. Was that before or during the?
She joined him into this. So
Okay. So she was in the polyamorous relationship.
yeah, she wasn't the girlfriend. She was into the she joined. How do you call it a girlfriend? She's part of the poly group, man.
So
I don't
that
know. That's not.
so that's my question actually. So how do you know if you're the girlfriend or just a partner? That's
You're asking me?
I don't know,
Like
man. I don't know about your love life,
I've
man.
never been in a poly relationship. I don't know if I can handle that.
All right, I'm just asking, man.
You're coming home? No, I'm not gonna describe the situation.
I'm just
Eh,
asking.
so they in that inner circle. So she was in that inner circle. Another person in that inner circle was also. They write it down as if they were together at that time, but it's a part of the poly group. So the a new person joined the poly group and became the HR head
Okay.
of HR
Okay.
without. I see why you're laughing. She was basically head of HR without experience as well. So it's very wild what they were doing. And she had a couple of things she said on Tumblr, which her preference for being part of an imperial Chinese harem, and her being also low risk aversion, and all that other stuff.
Okay.
She likes it's. She was giving also a couple of very remarkable interviews. I'm not gonna dive into those, but she was saying a couple of things. There was this interview which she said basically she wanted to say how much money she lost in the highest amount she lost in a trade. Then she backed down and didn't say.
All right.
If she would have said it, that probably would have been a red flag early on, before this happened. Anyway, she's basically blamed for this, partially blamed for this debacle, because during this trading they did, Alameda Records, or I'd say it again, Alameda Records. I don't know what is with that Alameda Records. Alameda Research lost a bunch of money in trading, basically creating a hole into the business. And what happened was they like I said before, they chose to move parts of the funds that are basically FTX funds to Alameda research funds, which is by law you're not allowed to do that.
Oh.